The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you have to do, make it last. Wait for the
Oh, hey, it's the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 959. Tuesdays we've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron, not in the Sorgatron Media Studio in Pittsburgh, PA. I am in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and at a Hilton Garden Inn. Yeah, that's what it says there on the mirror, right? And we got a lot of fun happening here. It's a little different. We're remote. There's people in the chat room, so that's all that matters here, because there's only two things I want to talk about: R-Truth and my guest Hardcam Frio. Hi, he's waving if you're on audio. The Rizz is also with us.
People over there, what's up?
What is up, indeed? And also, which will be probably an inevitable cameo, Scotty Swimba of Enjoy Wrestling is in the room too.
What's up?
I don't know if you can hear the what's up in the background. So
Like, Scotty's doing the thing where, like, we're talking, and then in the background, like, he's just hanging out with, like, some other wrestler back there, just, like, chatting it up. You don't know what they're talking about. It's just back there.
oh, it's like the Raw thing, right?
Yeah, the background.
Okay.
Like, when you're in the background just talking, like what the New Day and Theory?
So either way,
Or
whatever
the other
Scotty's doing in the background will become inevitably a precursor to some storyline that we'll find out like 3 weeks down the line.
Months down the line.
Months down the line.
What's up?
Anyways, we do have Hardcam Frio. You may know him from the YouTube. Wait, I got your logo here, but you also are wearing it on your hat, I guess. So I didn't. There's no reason for me to dig out this sticker. So there you go. Anyways, but no. So we are in Hardcam Frio's neck of the woods because you're from here in the greater Detroit area, and we hung out at a gig up here. We've done a lot of work together, actually. Honestly, like we've done like at least 5, 6, or 7 events together between pro wrestling and actually like not pro wrestling. So, but anyways, some pretty big stuff actually. I think about it. But no, I thought it'd be fun. You know, we're both. Thank you for coming out, because I know it's a little bit of a drive for you even to get out here to Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
A little bit. I'm glad you set your work on fire to come join us.
Yep.
Apparently, allegedly, we're not going to confirm or deny that or anywhere that he may works. And sorry about your package tomorrow. Anyways, but
That's what she said?
the biggest thank you, Rizz. The biggest thing that we need to talk about is the most influential pro wrestler and one of the longest tenured ones in professional wrestling with one company, one R-Truth. I thought he'd give a what's
I
up
thought he
for
was going
that.
to do it. I thought he was going to do it.
I was waiting for him to what's
Maybe
up
there's
on
a
it.
lag.
There it
you
is. It was
go.
delayed. He's on a
Yeah.
delay, and he's in the same room.
Yeah, I was going to say he's there and he's on a delay.
Yes.
So that's fine.
So, anyways, Scotty is the Karrion Kross of tonight's podcast, says True
yeah.
Prince. So, sure. So it was shocking, obviously, considering he was just featured on Saturday Night's Main Event as Ron Cena. Although I think we talked about on this show, or maybe it was another conversation, about how I thought it was interesting that he was, of course, mimicking John Cena's farewell tour video, right? You've seen this shirt, right?
Yep.
The Ron Cena,
Yeah.
it's him on it, but it's like the rest is the same.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, is this a signal that it's R-Truth's farewell tour as well? He is like 10 years older than Ron Cena or something,
childhood
right?
hero.
What's that?
He's a childhood hero.
Yeah, he's 10 years older than his childhood hero, John Cena. So it was kind of interesting to see what's happening. And please, chat room, if there's any, we've been kind of hard at work up here on some projects. So if there's any new news on this, please let us know about it. But let go by TKO apparently informed him that his contract would not be renewed. Apparently, Sarah Logan, God, what Valkyrie? Is it Valkyrie that she was going by?
Valkyrie,
yeah.
That was also informed as such. I didn't know she was
So,
still employed though.
What I heard about was that he didn't accept his new contract.
He didn't accept it.
Yeah, for lower money.
For lower money, yeah, and allegedly TKO's in a lot of debt and whatever. They're making
no,
these
they're not.
decisions.
TKO's
Allegedly,
fine.
they're fine.
TKO's fine.
Okay.
They have UFC money. They're doing. They're bumping up the prices for everybody else, and they're still selling out.
Yeah. Okay, business-wise,
TKO's is
income-wise, they're doing great. That didn't make that doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily mean they didn't make some giant financial issues or bought something
that's
or
what they
put up the
were-
money to buy WWE or whatever the case may be. Like I don't know.
mean-
this isn't. We're not freaking Joe Kramer on CNBC or whatever
There's not
here
a
to
big
know
board behind
business
us,
incidents. There's no big board. No big board.
not
Not
yet.
this time. That was Mayhem Mania that one year. But yes. No khakis.
Like recently, I've heard like it starting back like when they did the whole when Braun Strowman got released. Braun was making a lot of money, and I think that was them cutting ties with those big contracts.
yeah.
What that does, though, is kind of muddy the waters where it's like you're doing this, you're snowballing it, you're doing well, you're doing good, but we can't pay you. Or that they're not going to be like, they're going to be like a feeder system for, or not even a feeder system. They're going to be like, we can't do that because we have money tied up over here with UFC, and then we have the slap fighting championships over here. And like you may make like a lot of money with merch and stuff, but
So
do
allegedly,
something else.
I'm getting conflicting reports. Ponder in the chat room saying $3 billion in debt can make investors nervous. So there's that. But there's always these companies always carry crazy debt, especially the size and scale of TKO is between UFC, WWE, and then many other giant ventures. By the way, if you look up TKO's website, turns out, and bull riding. So, but also I'm also getting other feedback on the back channels that as you know, if you own stock, you get the shareholder report. I think I do too because I think I have some portion of stock with WWE that became TKO that I haven't looked at in ages. And it's like the reports from that are they're doing fine. Also, those reports I believe are informed from TKO. So I would take, and again, I'm not versed well in this, but I feel like that you should take that with a grain of salt, but I could be completely wrong. So what that is, who knows? Either way, it's a giant business and doesn't care about, if RJ Ruth is one of the most entertaining things on WWE television, right? So they're going to make these decisions of like, well, R-Truth's been around, which means, this is, I don't know how many companies, like COVID, this happened to companies that I've seen where it's like, okay, you've been here for a while, you're vested, we're going to pre-retire all these people and bring in a bunch of young people that we're starting at a base salary.
Then give him a Legends contract.
Yeah. And he may still get a Legends contract. Yeah. I hope he does, honestly. So, because he deserves it. He's a freaking legend. We know it.
What's up? But I hear
What is up?
I hear that. I was waiting for it, but I heard back in the when it first was brought out, I was thinking didn't we have something like a conversation about this, where we were like, hopefully nothing happens to R-Truth, because people still haven't gotten their shirts yet.
He's let go and people haven't gotten their Ron Cena shirts?
No, because remember in the little fine print of the shirt.
Yeah, they're on the
thing,
man.
It's like June 30th. They're going to be printed.
Well, and I think that's
gone.
it received by June 30th. What is the thing? It doesn't mean necessarily it's going to be June 30th.
But still,
but they give them that little bit of rider.
Because now they're going to be on sale.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hopefully they discount them at least here in the month, and we can grab something. I don't know.
Fanatics is going to discount?
Fanatics doing a discount. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. They always do those deals and stuff. Well, what I open here, but anyways, no, Frio, What do you think about the R-Truth situation over here?
At first, I thought it was like an April Fool's joke, given because R-Truth's character's a
Then you
dumb.
realize it was June.
June 1st, yeah.
June 1st, yes.
But then, after I read that he didn't want lower money, so like I don't know.
Now, this also pairs with the rumors, and I've seen that most of these, apparently, like there's strange going-ons that both Miz and Gunther have deleted
Yeah,
all
they're
WWE.
unfollowed.
Go ahead.
They unfollowed W on
They
Twitter.
unfollowed WWE. I heard they like purged all the WWE content from their Twitter as
yeah,
well.
I think so.
Would be a crazy task, right? I don't know what that is, but pairing with this, that does sound a little bit suspicious.
Well, I think that's also the same thing where they see somebody who's a WWE or not a lifer, but who's been in WWE for the longest, just getting shown the door,
Yeah.
and they're like, and especially with like Miz, he's right there. He's pretty much up next in line. Who's probably making a lot of money.
Yeah, because he's been there so long, but he does so much for them.
Yeah.
So did Raw Truth.
Yeah.
So he's seeing that, hey, TKO, WWE, maybe Triple H himself can be like, okay, that's it, we're done. And I don't think a character like Miz would be good anywhere besides WWE.
I don't know, man. I think that he could have some fun somewhere else. I don't.
GCW.
What's that?
GCW.
In GCW.
Him versus Cardona.
Oh yeah,
that
R-Truth,
would be
Ron
good.
Killings versus Matt Cardona. I mean,
Or
honestly
Miz
that.
versus yeah.
I
Miz
mean,
versus
Ron
Cardona, too.
Ron Killings versus Nick Gage.
Yeah,
I want
oh,
R-Truth to go
gosh.
to AEW and then just like not realize he's in AEW.
Oh, where's John Cena?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see me. I don't know as much as I think you get in trouble with trademarks at that
Probably.
point. You know,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing. But I would love it on
Yeah.
paper. Like GCW could probably get away
Yeah.
with it. So.
I mean, I can see him going back to TNA too.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Like maybe there's an unspoken thing happening because it feels like this is happening. Like we're seeing this kind of maybe naturally happening. Like a bunch of people just got let go from people got let go from NXT, popped up in TNA, and then like Elias is kind of back in WWE by way of TNA. Things like that. Like maybe it's like, well, you're not our problem, but you're still going to be able to go places and benefit from your brand here and come back and hang out with us, for
Same as,
less. I
Fandango.
feel like indie companies have tried to make the same deal with me sometimes. But anyways, so it's a different world. We have Ron Killings, originally NWA TNA champion, Ron Killings back in TNA. I wouldn't hate it.
No.
I really wouldn't hate it. I think Santino's been amazing over there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Just teamed up with his daughter.
Yeah.
For his first father-daughter team in TNA. So
Which is weird. Because they had Hogan
And
Brooke.
Yeah.
that's kind of the death of TNA. Like,
And
it was,
Brooke was in that angle with
Did she wrestle?
the only
I
good thing.
She was like the boss of the Knockouts division.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah, she was
authority
the
figure
general
for a
manager.
while.
Well,
So-
I wonder if she did. Hang on.
Oh no! Here we go. Research department.
Go do things.
I need to go check on the
The
YouTube.
only good thing from Hogan's TNA run was Aces and Eights.
Yeah.
And like Joker Sting. That's about it.
And Joker Sting.
Joker Sting.
I mean, no, there was some good stuff with Joker Sting. Like
No,
I didn't. I
was
wasn't there for it, but
not.
I mean, it was. I mean, I didn't mind. It was Sting got to have a personality again. A little bit. So I mean, there was a lot of like, but in retrospect, it's like, yeah, this wasn't so bad. The time that Booker T like commented like
own
commentated like his
match.
own
Yep.
match, like
Black
that was
Show.
something. Like Scott Steiner as a whole.
Yeah,
Scott Steiner.
X Division, Kevin Nash.
Yeah, those random.
Hey, here's an aside though. No, Brooke never wrestles as Tina from Seattle.
Okay.
Miz has a golfing channel. Has a golfing channel?
He's a
Like an
golfer.
entire golfing channel.
An entire golfing channel to himself? Is Miz the Happy Gilmore? Carlito's contract expired as well. He is also won a belt at WWC down in Puerto Rico, and reports are that he also got kicked out of the clubhouse for stealing the PS5.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in the back. I saw that in the background during the promo. I'm like, I was like, that was his. Because I think that was supposed to be his, wasn't it? I think he
don't
brought
know.
that in.
I don't.
Is that the deal? He's like, hey
Yeah.
guys, I got this in the new game kind of thing. So I don't know. It's sad, but nothing lasts in it's business, unfortunately. I do wonder now that we're looking at how these kinds of things unfold, because you keep letting go of these like mid players that they think are making too much. And there's going to be a lot of people that step up, but I feel like you're going to get into a spot where they're going to let too many of them go, and when they have a rash of injuries with all the big players. And then now we have nobody reliable. Like, got new people that could or could not work, but now you don't have the reliable standbys to pop up and like take care of things, right? So like that's where I'm like, I feel like there's a ebb and flow thing, and it may affect a product down the road. Obviously, WWE doing real great right now. So, but yeah, you can see it. I mean, but I kind of see the possibilities of getting run into something, And what if this turns into something that's like on the come up, or something like that, What if down the line like a Seth Rollins gets something like this, because he's making too much money, which is like now you're like now you're penalizing the people that were successful. On top of did we talk about Karrion Kross's Logan Paul stuff? I think it's happened since the last episode, right?
What's up?
What's up?
Thank you, Scotty.
I don't think we did.
No, I think it was afterwards. So I didn't hear a response from Logan Paul, but I thanks for at Ms. Golf on YouTube, by the way. Thank you, partner. This is something that I know you guys were sharing over at the Mayhem show. I think Facebook Messenger group, if I'm not mistaken. And I feel like I shared it. So I don't. Yeah. So he said, kind of the general gist of it is, he's kind of dismayed at the idea of like a Logan Paul coming in with all this clout because of what he's done in other media, YouTube, social media, whatever, to get the spot where he's at. Whereas the wrestlers that have been doing this for a while, who were not allowed to do so for the longest time, now cannot equal that to bring up. So now there's a lot of people that have been working their asses off. It is a little bit of the tough enough thing of like, you guys come in through this reality show and we had to slog it through like the indies or whatever territories or whatever the case may be. Like, I think it's kind of that kind of concept to a point. He did come back and say, I don't have a problem with Logan Paul. I have a problem with the system that allowed it to happen. I'm learning from Logan Paul. He's fine. But professionally, he's saying this obviously. I know people have opinions about Logan Paul, and we're just going to put him over here for this discussion for the moment.
As a wrestler, he's great.
As a wrestler, he's great. As a personality, business person, he's knows what the hell he's doing.
He knows how to make money.
Knows how to make money. He knows how to promote. He knows how to work the system. As a personal human being, we have a different conversation, of course. But that's something else. In this discussion. But yeah, and so Karrion gave him his flowers as far as that goes. It's like, no, you got here because you deserved it for other reasons, but the rest of us kind of deserve it for a reason too, and we want to do what you're doing, and we're not giving the opportunity and haven't been given the bandwidth to do it. So because we remember for a long time, everybody was not allowed to have a Twitch channel, was not allowed to do their own thing, their own branded thing without WWE's high involvement, which slashed anything they could get out of it. So like that was a point of contention for I think it's one of the reasons guys like Adam Cole left, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm going to do a Twitch channel. I don't care. But obviously
that kind of started with Adam Cole, up, down, down, where I think what happens is during those YouTubes and and stuff, they weren't allowed to use their actual names. So they were like, let's just make our own shit. Let's make our own names. Let's do this. Like instead of Adam Cole, you're Chugs now. Instead of Cesaro, you're just Swiss. Like it's just like.
But then that became a WWE product, you know. Like there's WWE editors on that. Like I think I've seen job postings by WWE to work on jobs like up down for YouTube. So like Zack Ryder's online show became a WWE thing too.
Yeah.
And then it kind of got ruined because he's like, yeah, they wanted this and this, and I was like, I wasn't doing that, kind of thing.
And it all started with Scotty Goldman.
Scotty freaking Goldman. It's funny, we were actually talking about him earlier. So, but okay, not that with the other version of him, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Either way, we need to take a quick moment here to give a shout out to our friends supporting us on patreon.com/the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Oh, I'm so tired. Wrestling Mayhem Show ? Who put a question mark on my teleprompter? But thank you everybody that does support the show again at the fan show level. Do you know this bit? You can help me follow along with me. Okay, our fan show, fan of the show, and when I point, you're going to do the thing. You're going to know to do the thing. Bo diggity! Woo! 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 You woo! You woo! Yeah, thank you. Wait. One more time. Bo diggity!
Woo.
Yeah, there we go. Welcome to the show. Team Hammerfist, Tupac family, Bubba Brewer of the Triple B podcast and APWF, Jason French, Poppy Club level, our friend Dave Pop on our rights and trench coat, Tony Kincaid, and back on the Poppy Club, I'll make a note here, is the True Prince Pro on the social medias. Thank you, True Prince, for your coverage of 880's No Ceilings over the weekend, actually. Thank you for everybody knows about the some guy named John Cuck chair, which is I think what I'm sitting in right now, actually. This is in the corner of the hotel.
You have that room.
Yeah, I have that room. What do you mean? What, you know this room or something?
No, I think most of the rooms have something like that.
Oh yeah, there's always like a chair in the corner, but this one's like really fancy and
it looks
just
like the chair that Abe Lincoln got shot in.
Shit.
Well, I don't think we can put that out as a clip. But also, jeez.
Pizza Club level.
Pizza Club level, the Rizz. Hey, there you are. I don't know which way. I think you're over here, according to
you're over there?
Yeah, you're over there.
Over
I think, according to the thing.
You're over
well, no, you're flipped, and we're flipped. But on the feed that I have over here, you're right there. And I want to find out in a minute if I actually pointed in the right direction. And also Bradley Ruthers. Bradley, can you do the thing on here?
Oh wait, no, I can't. Wait,
no Buff Eagle, no Bradley.
Look at his face.
What?
Whose face?
Oh, you got him. Oh, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
That's
guy?
right. That's Bradley. You don't know
And
Bradley?
also,
You don't know the legend of Bradley Ruthers?
No.
Yeah, that guy right
we
there.
We also have a dude like that.
You have a dude like that.
He's a bit creepy.
Yep. He's
There
Bradley.
it is. It's focused.
But he's Bradley. So there you go. We got the
look at
focus
this.
right
Look
now.
at
There's
that.
the wedgie.
Yeah, right
The
there.
wedge. I love your phone is just your display for showing us stuff right now. That's how high tech we are right now. This is what happens when we broadcast from a hotel in Ann Arbor.
I can find the thing and I can show everybody the Buff Eagle if anybody wants to see Buff Eagle.
Thing.
We'll get a Buff Eagle in later. Anyways, thank you for supporting us. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. I think we can you're getting a little bit of breathy there, so kind of pull yourself out to the side there so you don't get breathy. He also can't hear himself in the headphones because the way we have things wired.
Yeah.
So I didn't bring enough adapters. Anywho, you're in like say something.
Hi.
There you go. We got you. That sounds great now. Well, Frio's here.
Hi.
And Frio, you have a YouTube, Hardcam Frio, on there.
Yes.
Everybody go there.
Yep.
Subscribe to it. He's doing very well. Very, very well with that. You are, to my knowledge, single-handedly filming all of Detroit wrestling worth watching.
Pretty much. Yep. Yeah.
And we're familiar. We actually just had some guys like the Congregation. I think we're down from up here at 880 just last Thursday. Oh, there's 4 of them. I think 3 or 4 of them. I can't remember. But I don't remember there being that many in that group when I was here before.
There was like 7 at one
there's
point.
like 7
There
of them
was.
now? Wow.
There was. Now there's like 3 or 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel bad because the first time I saw him, I'm like, why? Who is Discount Rev Ron Hunt? For those that know that on the show, Pittsburgh guy. Yeah. But anyways, so tell me, first of all, why?
Why what?
Why?
Oh,
Why?
because I realized that like about 4 years ago when I started the channel, there was like I seen no one like upload like recorded shows.
You couldn't find shows of wrestling in Detroit at that point, basically.
No, unless you go like 10 years back.
Yeah.
And so like I just kind of just started doing it, and then it blew up. And
Were you just like the kid in the crowd that was just filming on your phone?
Yep.
Okay. Are you still the kid in the crowd filming on your phone, or are you like allowed in like a videographer or photographer kind of situation?
I mean, I'm not in the crowd anymore. Like I'm part of ring crew.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then I mean, I still film on my phone. But then like I don't know. Like I just.
And I've seen this, like, and there's contention, of course, if there's shows where they're like, hey, we're doing pay-per-view something, and somebody puts like an entire match from their phone in the audience, and that's kind of weird and stuff.
Yeah.
But literally, like, there were no other ways for people to see
No.
this wrestling unless you were there.
Yeah.
So, so was it all like off the top where you putting this on YouTube? Was that the obvious choice for you?
No, like I just kind of wanted something for the boys and girls to like watch their matches back.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just
Because the promotions weren't even like throwing a Hardcam up for them or
no,
anything like that.
No, nothing.
I've always been baffled by this, that you would go do a wrestling show, as a promoter, wrestler, things like that, do this, and of course, like this is, you guys do crazy stuff up here.
Yeah.
I'm talking a Soul Taker turnaround, and a guy's got a flaming elbow coming off the top rope. Like literally, it's on fire. He lit
Yeah.
on fire. It's one of those. It's one of the classic guys I know up here.
DBA?
Was that
DBA.
DBA? Yes. What does DBA stand for?
I think Dirty Black Assassin.
There you go. I think you're allowed to say that because you're from here. But it's wild. Like Horror Slam I've been to. That's exactly what you expect. What it is. And there's classic wrestling shows that happen here. What is Detroit All Stars?
Pro Wrestling All Stars.
Pro Wrestling All Stars up here. I think XICW,
which DBA owns.
that he owns, Big Time International Wrestling. I think Rude Boy was
Rude Boy
running.
owns
I've been
that.
here for. So oddly, I was in a Hall of Fame ceremony, but it was a free tickets, and you could buy pizza.
Yeah, there's Metro Pro. There's Metro Pro Wrestling.
Metro Pro Wrestling.
Clash Wrestling.
I think I've been to Metro Clash. We worked with the Ricky Shane Page show that you helped out on with the light to death
trap.
contraption that scared the crap out of all of us. Tina's dropping us all the things. Circle 9, I think Circle 6.
I've never worked with Circle 6.
I have. So, and the show at Harpo's. Were you at the show at Harpo's? Did we just
part of
talk
that for
about
Ring Crew.
For Ring
I was there
Crew.
at Ring
So,
Crew.
so I think we incidentally met each other that night and didn't realize it. But that was the Circle 6
No Peace.
Peace.
And then RPW.
RPW like joint show at Harpo's, which I know is a classic venue for like ICP and stuff. And that was a lot. That was a whole lot of stuff going on, and it had like Alex Shelley and like Jake something guys on in the first half, and then it just got hardcore. Yeah, or no, it got deathmatch.
Yeah, Jake, like Alex Shelley, Matt Kross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like it's wild, and then you got through the first 6 matches.
Then the Rumbles, like Pondo, Mickey
Yeah.
Knuckles, MM3, like
and then they had like
deathmatch
3
guys.
or 4 death matches after that all take like 10 minutes to set up. It was
Oh, the barbed wire trampoline.
the barbed wire trampoline.
I helped build that.
You helped build the barbed wire trampoline, guys.
Yeah.
Jeez. So you're just like, I'm going to take care of this. You're like, these people are literally bleeding, and I'm going to put them on the internet.
Yeah.
So, I gotta say, you're doing really well over there. What's the YouTube up to now?
Let me check.
Like, I know you've been
know off
talking
the top
about
of my head.
how great. Here's the updated numbers according to 67,000 subscribers. That is about 4 times what we are at IndieWrestling.us, by the way, and about 67 times what we're at on this channel. So, we're trying. And rather appropriately, my wife is now sending me Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra shows during this conversation. What? Obviously, you get to get closer to the action now. Are you
Yeah.
still using a cell phone? I know
Yeah,
you.
I use my 16 Pro Max.
It's a what?
16 Pro Max.
It's a 16 Pro Max, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it is good. We use it for professional stuff alongside
Yeah.
some other cameras. Like, it's really good in a pinch when we're running gun, of course. So you're one cameraing this thing. I did love you were showing us some matches. We were all up here. We had the crew from Exus that helps us out down there on a project we're working that had nothing to do with wrestling, but we were all from wrestling. So I loved every time you brought up a clip, they just yelled, "This isn't Hardcam." like every time, like this is I don't remember if it was Jared or Scotty or whatever.
Yeah, because I wasn't wearing my hat.
Because you weren't wearing your hat.
Yep.
So, what is the, how long were you doing this before you kind of got welcomed to ringside as part of the crew in a lot of these cases?
Honestly, it was like a solid 2 months before.
Really? They're like, hey, this.
Oh, he does good work. in his
He
videos."
actually, this doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Can you get closer?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much how wrestling.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how wrestling goes. Hey, you don't suck at this. That's kind of like, hey, you know computer, right? Cool. Can you do our website and film our shows? Is kind of how I started too. So, what is the? Was that surprising when that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it.
How old were you when that happened?
So I'm 22 now. That's 4 years ago. I was
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
Do
we
that
all
math.
feel young now. Okay, so we're going to move on from that. But anyways, so what was the biggest, what's the wildest thing that you filmed ringside?
Oh,
And I know this is a very open-ended question because
God.
even the stuff that I know happens up here.
where do I start?
Because Detroit wrestling is, as I've said multiple times, something else.
It was JJ Escobar and Matthew Justice. They did a pane of glass with fireworks on top of it, or firecrackers,
Oh, these
and then
words.
the ref lit the fireworks on fire,
The ref lit it on fire.
and then JJ put Matthew Justice through it, and yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe there's another one. Shane Mercer was tossing Kamikaze. Kamikaze was on fire,
Okay.
and then he chucked him across the room and missed the table.
Oh,
Are we noticing trends here, guys?
fire.
Okay. Riz, you filmed wrestling.
Yeah.
I want to. Do you have a question for Frio about what he experiences up here? And you've seen some of this stuff up here, and I've told you the stories of what I've seen.
And for somebody who, and I just want to preface it by saying, for somebody who doesn't necessarily enjoy deathmatch wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
how would you try to encourage me to watch more deathmatch wrestling?
What is the appeal, perhaps?
Yeah.
I mean, the appeal is the light tubes, of course, but then that gets overused.
Mm-hmm.
And it's if there's a match that I recorded it. It's Tommy Vendetta versus Drake Younger.
Okay.
They did a lot of actual wrestling, and then the weapons were called.
Then
They
it came out.
used them. They used them. Yep.
See, that's good. I appreciate that.
I like
Like,
when I like when the deathmatch wrestlers actually wrestle instead of just stabby.
We had something similar this week because Riz, I don't know if you had a chance to watch the Friday night's show with 880 because there was the whips and chains match with Den of Desire and what everybody's Inc. are called now, Leaders by Example. Excuse me. That was wild. The cock chair chant came from it. Things like that. By the way, I do believe we did release that for free on YouTube there on Monday night, so you can go back and watch that. But then the hardcore championship between the two friends and fourth line, and
Yeah,
they
I saw parts
had
of
a
that.
classic
That was-
match for the most of the match, you know, it was kind of like, and it got hardcore at the end, obviously, like, you know, but but we're in Pennsylvania, so we can't do light tubes, so or at least we shouldn't be, but anyways, so like I think that's kind of cool, like you're expecting this bloodbath and like kind of turn on the head a little bit, right?
Yep.
Nice reminder that it's still pro wrestling.
Yeah.
So cool.
Still trying to like. I guess that's where I'm kind of stuck with, because I like telling the story in the ring.
Yeah.
I want to know why player or wrestler 1 is trying to beat wrestler 2, and then if wrestler 1 uses this, like I want the escalation to happen. I want that crescendo. I want that epic battle type situation. Like if they like the thing with, and I'll bring it back more towards wrestling now. The thing that turns me off on John Moxley is that no
bleeds a
matter
lot.
what matches he does, he cuts.
He's gigging during his
he
entrance.
is.
Like,
Yeah, he's ready to go. So that's where I'm like, I'm still, again, I'm squeamish when it comes to that stuff, and
you would not.
I'm still
some
not.
of the matches I recorded then.
Oh yeah, no, it's
There's like people like they use like gusset plates and like they like sandwich their head together. Mm-hmm. Or then like those like needles. The needles would be like through their lips and shit. And like I'm right there like trying not to throw up.
Between that and syringes and things like that, like there was a no ring that happened in Pittsburgh where it was, who's the punk rock guy with the mohawk from up here? Chuck Stein and Gory had one, and I think it ended with like Chuck had syringes through both of his cheeks and things like that, which is like I always say, the guy in your juggler is like, hey, sometime or going to a New for a City show or something like this, or Negative Outlook or no, someone Evil Ways was the one I was at. I'm sorry. Sorry for confusing you guys out there if there's a thing with that. But I think you guys are all cool with each other. But like it's just like, what's that? What?
No.
You all right? What's up, Peanut Gallery?
what's up?
What's up? Either way, but it was like, sometimes you just gotta see something fucked up. Is kind of my philosophy,
Yeah.
Like sometimes I want to watch a wrestling show. Sometimes I want to watch a fun enjoy show. Sometimes I want to watch a technical show over here. Sometimes I want to watch wrestling, with KSWA. Sometimes I want to watch somebody throw somebody through light tubes on a chair and syringes and glass and crazy stuff in a very punk rock thing in the scary woods in the Polish hills.
If you want to get grossed out, go to my Instagram. It's the first real.
That's not what I want to do, but yeah. That's not what I like. That like the gross out. Like I don't want to know I'm about to be grossed out. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this could be a little bloody, and then you're just like, oh God, that was something I've never seen before.
You should see my Instagram, my YouTube comments. Then
there's
a ton of horny Indian men.
Hey, just like mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's universal. Apparently, enjoy wrestling. It's the same thing. Is that what it is when it's like when they like over describe what happens in the match? Is that who I'm talking to? I'm not talking to them, obviously, but like I'm just like I don't understand these messages where they're just like describing in a very descriptive, slightly uncomfortable, because I'm like, do I delete this? Do I let it go? Do I let them be weird in public? Is this part of the community that I should accept, or is it like I this has been a thing I've struggled with for years with you putting wrestling on YouTube, and it's not things that are explicitly weird, bloody, sexual. What's this one say? Here to take 5 cents and 3 packets of chips. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What is that? What's the match? Did that get stapled to somebody or?
What match was?
Oh, now we just reading the comments. This is fun right
now.
That
was a four-way.
Welcome to We Read the Comments show here on
Four-way
Wrestling
death
Name.
match where some dude. I remember filming this.
Is that like saying all that in a bag of chips from back in my day?
Yeah.
Okay.
But some dude used like a dab rig and like smoked some dude's blood.
Smoked some dude's blood.
Yep.
That's the thing I've never heard of before. That's not even movies, dude. No. Like that's like like what? Like What's happening here? Oh, he's bleeding.
Yep.
He's bleeding. That guy's got like some dreads going on there. Who's this person?
That's
somebody. Okay. And then he's going to. That is a.
That's a.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that a crack pipe?
I think it's like a weed pen or something.
A weed pen? Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Okay. What are these? Are those kendo sticks?
Those are carpet strips.
They're carpet strips strapped across the ropes.
Yep.
Like all around the kind of thing. I guess we could have shown it. It's your footage, but I kind of don't want to put something that extreme on this channel. No. So we will link stuff. Yeah. You can have fun with that. For Hardcam Frio is the original for the sickos.
Yes.
You can use that. That's your next sticker. T-shirt? Do you have other merch? Do you have do you have a store with your stickers?
I have a Brainbusters.
You have a Brainbusters. That's a great place for stuff. So he's got merch. You can represent the Hardcam Frio. I've definitely had some Hardcam Frio stickers on my laptop, but now I have to take business meetings, so I had to stop doing that. So I'm just like, I'm in front of people from General Motors. Maybe I shouldn't have, his and all these wrestlers like a honey badger sticker on this laptop. Anyways, look at your thanks Rizz for showing your hold on, who you got on there who you repping over there on your thermos.
One crab raccoon, please.
Crab raccoon. Okay, there's actually no, that's like two teddy bears suplexing.
Yep.
Okay. So you're not actually representing anything except for your flavor.
For my stuff, sort of.
Yes, your attitude.
I'm also boring.
You're also. It literally says boring. Wait, is that like the Elon company boring?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
That's my company boring.
I mean, at least they're around long enough for me to hold their flamethrower one time in Vegas. That was cool. Then I was like, Do I show the students holding what looks like a gun on the highlights? I don't know. Are we okay with this corporate company I'm working for? Turns out they were like, yeah, it's fine. I was like, okay, let's go. Flamethrower it is. My life is so weird and not even around wrestling sometimes. Junior's Dean guitar covered in stickers. Yes, there you go. But what do you sticker? I get a bunch of stickers and I'm like, I need to put this somewhere good, and then they just end up in a pile. That's why I have the stickers here, because I haven't found something worthy enough to put the sticker on that I will appreciate.
Mine's either on the back of my car. Stickers.
Or I put my logo, my own company sticker on the back of the monitors and don't realize it when I'm using it for another pay-per-view. Yeah. And they start to do on cameras on an Impact pay-per-view, and I'm like, oh, hey, free advertising. That's free fun. Or
the wear sword.
I think we've done all that. I think we've done that to enjoy wrestling too.
Yeah. What's up?
Don't worry about it. You'll catch it in the edit. Anywho, yeah, he's like, "What the fuck did you guys do?" What other interesting things have you seen happen up here? So, has this been have other companies started doing video? Are you seeing obviously Clash has been doing some stuff. You see guys like Circle 6 come through here, and your GCWs and things. Obviously, is this seem to be motivating these guys to push that forward? To represent their
Clash
promotions.
Has their own stuff, but they still let me film ringside.
Yeah. So you've become a professional videographer now. Obviously, you did with me.
Yeah.
When we did the Ricky Chain Page, this deathmatch show with Clash. So it has kind of pushed you into, I mean, obviously this is why we've hired you. Yeah. You came up with somebody for Warrior Wrestling in Grand Rapids, and now it's hey, it was what the hell he's doing. And I know you're a practitioner. You're out doing this all the time now. Yeah. So with phone, it doesn't matter. You know how to film. You know how to film. Yeah. So, but again, so you're part of that. But have you seen a movement in the companies themselves, otherwise, to do something different with their media?
Oh yeah, Horror Slam started using some they're called Four Kings. I like them. They're good guys.
Okay, Four Kings.
Four Kings Media.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And they pretty much started filming Horror Slam, releasing it on DVDs.
Okay. Oh, DVDs.
Yeah.
Oh, good. DVDs.
DVDs.
The bane of my fucking existence in independent wrestling, by the way.
Yeah.
So sorry, I'm really sore about DVDs right now. I was prepping a bunch of them that are like behind on orders, and they all failed before I left, and I have no idea if they processed after I left. So I don't know what I'm figuring out when I go back home. Because some people order some DVDs for not getting that. So sorry, guys, we're working on it. Please subscribe to IndieWrestling.us. Instead,
where you can find all
where you can find everything, all the things, well, almost all the things, except for Enjoy Wrestling, but it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
I don't think Scotty's ever going to do a DVD.
It's like, what now? I think YouTube's the better option overall because it's free.
Yes,
and it's easy to watch.
Yes. Shut up, Siri. How did you even? I thought I thought my watch died.
It's like, yeah, IWTV is cool and all, but like, it's $10 a month. And, like,
but also, like, I also understand people wanting, like, there is that still. I want to put a thing on the shelf. People, and we talk about this with video games a lot, especially in Awesome Cast, CDs, finals, whatever the case may be. Like, I understand the want to do that, but it's I think. God, I feel like I'm getting inside baseball. When you're an independent wrestling company, that's a lot of investment to create physical media. And not all of us can just send all of our stuff to Smart Mark to take care of it. On top of like having them at a table and having a person and all that stuff, like that's bandwidth that we could be developing to have more people see the product. Kind of situation. And Enjoy DVD with a piece of Sonny's wedding dress would be a really impressive item there. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Really good idea.
Fish that to the crew.
Just make it like a collector's item.
Put that in, he's putting it in the Enjoy Slack. We'll see what happens. Coming soon. You heard it here first. Coming soon. Potentially, maybe. To Enjoy Wrestling. Do you have a shop? Do you have like a shop.enjoywrestling.com?
Wrestling.com. Don't you watch the show?
No.
We've talked about this. I don't. I just buy a ticket until you hired me. So.
Like, it could be one of those things.
I hardly watch my own shows.
I don't even watch the videos I upload half the time.
He doesn't watch his shit. And he films it.
What?
I've been trying to get Scotty on this show. If you're curious, Scotty Swamba of Enjoy Wrestling is on the Awesome Cast that we recorded before this from this very hotel room. So we didn't get deep into wrestling, but if you want to see what that's like, go check out Awesome Cast from this week as well. It's going to look a lot like this. I'm wearing the same Reese Hayes shirt. So I don't know where I was going with that situation. But I'm looking forward to the wedding dress DVD. God, and I'm sure you could do something very similar.
Like 99, just make it 99 copies.
99 copies?
One copy has each. Does just have a small patch.
How many pieces can you split a wedding dress into that has been wrestled in?
Well, I mean, just like a tiny square. Like
just a tiny square.
Like, they do for like
the tops cards for the patches.
Tops cards. Yeah.
Impact Wrestling, I want Scotty in the background of every podcast going forward, says True Prince. You're just going to hang out in my studio every Tuesday night. You don't have to be on anything. Just hang out.
Yeah, just be in the rafters.
No, but we'll be plug and Enjoy Wrestling like every 10 minutes at that point.
I want like things.
You want like things?
Things.
We have free pizza.
I don't work for exposure, buddy.
Will you work for pizza? You're not working. You're just hanging out.
He doesn't enjoy your company.
What?
I'm like, this is like.
Okay, you're working now, but I'm like saying hypothetically, we would give you pizza and you'll yell things in the background like now, and then the chat room will suggest things that are going to make you guys money. It's kind of a win-win.
That should be pretty cool because I'd be like Zorak.
You'd be like Zorak?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some people will get that reference. Go to max.com and look up Space Goes Coast to Coast.
Moltar?
Yeah, Moltar was it?
Just pull the switch.
Pull the switch. Moltar, that's right. Pull the switch. There you go. You know Space Goes Coast to Coast?
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that's going to be what's going to happen after the show.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need to watch that. Just put it on the phone on the way home. But drive safely. Damn it. Okay, it's at that point. Guys, we're doing a shorter show because I have an early call time. And I still have to edit both these shows in a hotel room Wi-Fi situation. Chat room and everybody here, what did you learn from wrestling this week? Scotty, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
I fucking hate wrestling.
I fucking hate wrestling. Wow.
What did I learn from wrestling?
What is that? What?
No, what did I learn?
Yeah, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
R-Truth got let go?
Yes, R-Truth did get let go.
You looking for news?
No, I'm just literally what you learned in your soul from wrestling this week.
Wow.
He's obviously not watched this show either, so there you go. It goes both ways.
I don't either. That's fine.
I don't know what I learned from wrestling this
I don't know what he learned from wrestling this week.
I've been here with you getting sunburned.
He says, I've been here with you getting sunburned.
Filming self-driving cars.
Filming self-driving cars. Yes, that is something that we've been doing. Tina from Seattle learned, Scotty, you can swear on this show. Yeah, he already got the swears out on AwesomeCast. Sorry, where am I at here? Okay, I'm going to go top down so I don't get lost. Ponder says he learned that NXT loves to shock in the women's division. Yes, JC Jane won the women's championship from Stephanie Vacour. Exactly. You know Stephanie Vacour?
Somewhat.
Okay. She ain't the champion anymore.
The last NXT show I watched, Adam Cole was still part of the company.
Wow.
Yeah.
What Tina Keys has learned.
He was supposed to be bald.
What?
Huh?
Adam Cole. He was supposed to be bald.
When? Oh, was that for his come up?
He was. I think he was supposed to be the LA Knight. Max. I think he was supposed to be Max Dupree.
Oh.
And he was like, "No, I'm not doing that." And
Yeah. I mean, it ended up working out for LA Knight, but. Tina Keys from Seattle says, I've learned in wrestling this week in Taylor Swift's voice. I'm not doing that. It's a cruel summer of wrestling with all the shows coming up in the next few months, and I'm curious with all the debuts, releases, how the industry will shift, and NXT just got more glamorous. Glamorous?
Huh?
What's that reference to? Glamorous.
Is it? Wait, you talking about Mariah May?
Oh!
No, she's on. Wait, is she on NXT now? She was in Evolve. She was at Evolve.
She was at Evolve. Okay.
Or Mariah
what an interesting. Mariah March?
That's her name.
Okay. Well, I mean, she'll do great in WWE. Honestly, I can't wait. Because, I mean, by the way, I love the idea that she came into AEW, had a very specific arc, and has moved on. I'm okay with that, honestly. Mm-hmm. Good for her, and it gets her hopefully a even bigger opportunity with WWE. Sure, that's how the business works. True Prince learned that the women's Money in the Bank ladder match might be the greatest lineup that we've ever seen in a Money in the Bank ladder match in history. It's pretty bonkers. It's got Julia, it's got Stephanie in it now. Rhea is in it, I believe, too. Not Trinity, Naomi. And there may be a spot open. No, I think it's filled out. There's somebody else in there too that I'm missing too. I said Stephanie.
Stephanie Vacour, Julia, Stephanie Vacour, Rhea.
Oh God.
Hold on, Rizz is thinking. No, now you lost it. What were you thinking?
There's a wrestler on Instagram named Big Trouble Ben Bishop.
Big Trouble Ben Bishop. We're aware.
Does really good skits. He's doing every day in June. He's honoring men's mental health, and he's gassing up one male independent wrestler every day.
Okay.
Day one's Eel O'Neill. It's pretty sick.
Okay, Ben Bishop, who does social media stuff, and he's very tall. I've seen him in person. He's very, very tall. So it's his superpower.
Are you talking about Alexa Bliss or Roxanne Perez?
What?
The Roxanne Bank match.
Oh, Roxanne and Alexa. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, both of them. Anyways, he was saying that he's gassing up in June a male wrestler for a mental health month or something. He's having a mental health month basically.
It was last month.
And Eel O'Neill is one that he's brought up on his channel. So that's pretty cool, actually. I like. This is day one. Wait, it's
the fourth day.
It's the third.
Yeah.
Third of the month.
Did you just find day one?
12 hours ago. I don't know. Maybe he's not
Well,
doing it
then
every day.
12
You know,
hours
obviously
ago
we
would
need to
be-
get him a Cat Wars calendar.
Yeah, 12 hours ago, that would have
What's
been 9
up?
o'clock in the morning.
12 hours ago would be 9 o'clock in the morning, which is a good time to post. Apparently, we
today.
were talking about.
Yeah.
So, either way,
Yeah, but it's not June 1st.
it's not June
No,
1st. No,
it's
I mean maybe he's in a different time zone in his own mind.
Maybe.
Frio,
Yes.
what did you learn lately from wrestling?
I don't know.
Rizz, what did you learn lately from wrestling?
I learned that WWE is on a very slippery slope.
I mean, it kind of has been for several reasons.
I mean,
but
it's getting there. They're still putting out stuff, and I'm still gonna watch.
it's very
and-
good and it's worthwhile entertainment-wise. But you know,
Also, hearing CM Punk get a chant of somebody who's not there
Oh yeah, I heard that. I saw that.
is kind of poetic.
I'm wondering if the We Want R-Truth chance will grow.
It should.
Yeah.
And,
Like, was it?
And hopefully,
who was it? Was
WWE
it you that
doesn't-
said like, or no? Somebody said like only 10 people chant "Our Truth" is like kind of sad, you know, or like somebody in their 10 friends chanted "Our Truth."
I think he's.
That was
yeah,
Scott.
at the
Of course, that
beginning.
was Scotty. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
at the beginning, and then
Wait, did you say "Way to go, IWC"?
The IWC.
The IWC.
the
yes.
IWC, not IW, not
Yes. Not.
I
no.
mean,
What do you?
still.
Yes. Not the watch.
Oh, yeah,
So
it's
Riz
a
went.
watch company.
Frio, what did you learn?
God, nothing.
Something?
Like, I don't
Something?
watch wrestling.
Anything crazy? Well, you film wrestling.
Well, I
what have
film
you
it.
learned generally in the? Obviously not the week because you know you haven't been here before, but relatively recently, what did you learn in the world of wrestling? Maybe a life lesson or something you didn't know before, or something pertaining to wrestling.
Oh, God, you make me think.
That's what this show is.
Here.
I don't watch
This
your
is
show
a.
either.
But this you're on a microphone.
Yeah.
Also,
I just yes.
we haven't talked about, and I kind of want to double up here, if I may.
Oh, Money in the Bank is this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, Money in the
I don't
Bank's
know.
this week.
Is it this Saturday?
This Saturday. Also, Worlds Collide,
Yes.
where Aerostar is going to be on WWE.
That's awesome.
And
Vikingo.
Oh, yeah,
And
Vikingo did beat Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you could do without the last one.
Well, yeah. I think that was kind of spoiled.
Oh.
But also, Sorg, your friend's on the show too.
I saw.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody had an incident with. This is on the show now, so that's gonna hurt. Oh well.
Just don't touch the camera.
I'll tell Scotty after we go off air.
Yeah.
Because we're not going through that again. Anyways, God, what town was that in? Was that St. Louis that happened? No, that wasn't St. Louis. God, where were we? What's the other Indiana town? Indianapolis? I think we were in Indianapolis when that happened. That's the day I met Killer Kross. I know that. I think that was Indianapolis. I don't know. I remember the building, but I don't remember what town it is. Is this what happens with the wrestlers? Like, just like this thing happened, but I literally don't know what city I was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
is this?
It melts together, Sorg.
It all melds together. You know, I remember the places. I remember some of the shows, but I don't know where I went for a burger afterwards.
I also explore abandoned buildings, so I get asbestos. I breathe in that too. Yeah.
You're not okay up here, are you?
No.
Okay.
You get glass shards flying at me.
Yeah. No, it was definitely not South Bend. That South Bend is a very specific venue because that was the esports one. But also some of my favorite Will Ospreay. You had to do Will Ospreay matches with me in Grand Rapids,
one.
didn't you? Yeah, was that
It was a weird 6-man tag
it was the
thing.
6-man tag War of Attrition match that they did.
That match was stacked.
It was crazy.
It had, but Ospreay.
Jeez, that was
Ospreay.
Wasn't Jeff Cobb on
Jeff
it?
Cobb, Jake something, Pillman Jr. This is stacked.
Is it War of Attrition? Was it? Yeah, event. Hold on. I just want to see what this was real quick. I'm sorry, we're researching. Yeah, you're right. Casey Navarro, who's doing great stuff in TNA. Will Ospreay was the champion. Brian Cage Pillman, Jake Something, Jeff Cobb, Lance Archer, and Sam Adonis and Swerve Strickland. Oh my God! What the hell? I'm sure this is. This is Warrior Wrestling. And is this the building that they were closing a few weeks later?
They tore it down.
Yeah, I did an MMA show like a week or two after that. And there's supposed to be like a Jay-Z concert too, but they canceled it. I
also totally forgot there was a pay-per-view called Worlds Collide for WWE.
Before?
There was.
Yeah, no.
And it has like Tyler Bate.
Yeah, Luke Harper faced like Dijak.
Yeah, it was like NXT UK versus NXT USA, right?
I forgot. I filmed the Chelsea Green match.
Yes, you filmed the Chelsea Green against Tootie Lynn. That is a lot of like, oh, gee, I did film a Max Caster match back in the day.
The year after, John Morrison. Like.
Yeah. This is our lives. Like we said, we have crazy sentences that are completely real things in our lives.
It's like I never thought I would film a Drake Younger match.
A Drake Younger match?
I filmed 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There you go.
Even Tommy Dreamer. I filmed two of his matches, I think.
Yep. Oh, we've seen a lot of Dreamer in our neck of the woods, and Sandmans and all that kind of stuff. Rhino. So Shane much Douglas. Rhino. Remember when Rhino put the belt in his mouth, and then we learned he was germaphobe? Is that public? Okay. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that has to be public.
Okay, I didn't know. I figured it was kind of around since it was just everybody's been talking about like what that happened and stuff. So you're like, oh, he's like worried about shaking hands. I was like, he had the championship belt in his mouth after the match. What is So either way, Frio of the Hardcam.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. Remind us once again how people can find you online and where they should be going to partake in your wares.
YouTube at Hardcam Frio, and then Instagram at Hardcam Frio.
There you go. And I think you got links to your Brainbuster thing where you can get some cool stickers and hats and such.
Yeah.
There you go. Go check that out. Rizz is at home.
I'm here.
He's here.
Well, to Rizz.home. And
Rizz plays games on everything.
Yeah. Someday I'll be home for more than a week, and we can play video games together again with Dutters.
Yeah, I mean,
I missed those.
Yeah.
I just had to cancel the June one because I saw the date.
Yeah. One day we will be back.
One day, probably in July. So, at Sorgatron on all social media to see what's going on with me. It's going to be a lot of cars this week, honestly, and videos and video equipment and things like that. So, but although if there's a show, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the greater Michigan area.
There's nothing I've seen so
Is there
far.
Seriously nothing?
Nothing. It was all last weekend.
I figured you saw my post. I was about to message you. Like, I was going to tag you and George in that one. I'm like, George, what are you doing? I bet it's in Detroit. I'm up here.
You missed the show on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of last week.
Are you serious?
Yep. Friday was Horror Slam.
Yeah.
Saturday was XICW.
Okay.
Sunday was Clash.
All the classics. Yeah, I saw the pictures of the Clash one. So, man. Much love to those guys, the Clash guys I got to work with up here and everything. We were with a few of the guys over the years here in the greater Detroit. Is Ann Arbor greater Detroit? It feels like the airport's not far away. So
I don't know. I work by the airport. It's a 30-minute drive.
Yeah, like our airport's like half an hour, 20 minutes away too. So yeah, that's typical. So also
Metro,
you're not central. Detroit isn't really central. It's just like next to Canada.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that works the same way as it does for us. Anyways, is there Canadian wrestling? I got a passport.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Isn't there literally Border City Wrestling up here? Like, wasn't
but
that
I
a thing?
I don't know how frequent.
I mean, I don't think they're Maple Leaf now,
Maple
but
Leaf,
obviously,
but
the Japan crossover shows back in the day. Somehow we had it on our network for a bit. So I don't know. Either way, guys, thank you so much. This has been your weird and abbreviated but remote but still happening Wrestling Mayhem show. Thank you, everybody, for supporting us, and thank you, everybody, for hanging with us. We'll be back next week. Zeke Mercer will be joining us.
Ooh, I filmed one of his matches.
What's that?
I filmed one of his
there
matches
you go.
like 4 years ago.
We'll be catching up. We have our, I think we're at an annual. We were going to have Zeke Mercer on to talk about Pride Month and wrestling situation here. So I'm looking forward to that. Zeke's always a good one to have on the show, and has been doing a lot of fun stuff, and I think is now a #1 contender for the 880 Tag Team Championship after last weekend. So excited to see what's going on with there and how many people tell him to fuck off in the crowd. So, because that's always a fun time.
Everybody is.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. I don't know who is more hated, Zeke or Clayton King at this point. As I said after the match, Clayton King has angry suburban dad energy.
Oh.
Like hard.
Yeah.
And boy, he's using it. A lot. White pants and all. And before Labor Day. I don't know how that works, actually. But guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.